It's been a couple of days. it's been a long couple of days. I have the very necessary cup of tea, the big mug of tea. So yeah, I guess before we begin, because obviously chapter 2 starts a bunch of cutscenes. For those who don't know, the past 48 hours have been rough, very rough. So on top of obviously the continued PC problems, which is that's on me for not replacing the parts earlier. I was waiting until I was feeling better, which feeling worse. Feeling much fucking worse, so haven't done that. Then I found on... When did we last stream? 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago. So on Sunday, somebody messaged Rosetta saying that my donation link wasn't working, and I'm sure I've had messages like this in the past as well. I logged into my PayPal account, my business PayPal account, and found that there was a message, and the exact message was, let me quote it. We've noticed that you've been using your PayPal account in a questionable manner. To understand this better, we need more information from you. Please provide the requested information to gain full access, which was photo ID and proof of address. Now, I hadn't logged into that account for like 4 months. That's why using my PayPal account in a questionable manner put a whole bunch of red flags up, because, whoa, what do you mean? I haven't used the account in months. And when it logs down your account, you cannot pay with PayPal, send money or payments, or receive money, or withdraw money. You can refund money to other people, obviously, because if they have like conflicts or resolutions, blah blah blah, you know the drill. So I sent off the necessary information that they needed, and then yesterday, as soon as I woke up, logged into PayPal and got a message saying it's the same one that's on my Twitter. You can't use PayPal anymore. Saying that they've noticed activity in my account that's inconsistent with their user agreement. So what I did this morning, about 10 a.m, so about not even 12 hours ago, what I did was I actually phoned PayPal customer service, who, to be fair to them, did way more of a better job than the fucking website did, because in all of this, not once has it said what I have broken in the user agreement. And the guy on the phone also couldn't tell me what part of the user agreement I'd broken, because it was quite high up, blah blah blah, even though, you know, it's my account. So I don't know the reason, but I am 95% sure I know the reason, because of how our conversation began, and how it ended. So I might as well say it. I feel very stupid about this. I did a dumb. I did a very big dumb. And yes, it's on me. It's not PayPal. It's on me. So when I signed up my business account, it seems, stupidly, that I called it, obviously at the time, Fruit McGuffin Twitch stream, because, you know, at the time I was Fruit McGuffin and it was my Twitch stream. So this was like a year ago. Unfortunately, it seems the dumb shit me accidentally put Fruit McGuffin as my first and my last name instead of my actual legal name. That's why they didn't accept my ID, was because, you know, the ID on my passport and my driver's license doesn't say Fruit McGuffin. It says my real name. So at some point, when I set that up, I accidentally called myself Fruit McGuffin rather than my full name. So I did a fucking dumb. I've done a big fucking dumb. What this means is that I can't use that account. The money that is in that account is in there for 180 days. Reason being is that obviously if people have problems, or like, you know, you've done fraudulent stuff, or people like get their money back, refund, blah blah blah, you know the drill. Like, that money isn't going anywhere. I can get it back in 180 days. That's like half a year. So, yeah. So, just in the new year, I'm getting a bit of money in, which is nice, I guess. What this does mean is that donations on the channel aren't gonna happen for a little while. The reason as to why I didn't use my... So here's the thing, when I first did PayPal as a donation link on Switch, I used my personal account. And if I use my personal account, y'all will get my full name. And I'm not too keen on doxing myself again. I managed to go 4 years without doxing myself, then dox my own address twice in one stream. Good job, idiot. So, there's a couple of options at the moment. I'm trying to find out if, because there's a lock on, it says that I can't make any bank account or credit card details attached to my PayPal account can't be removed, nor can they be used to create a new account. But I'm wondering if I'm going to get any blowback from changing my personal account now into a business account and just use that instead. So I'm trying to find out with PayPal whether I can do that. If I can't, then I have another idea. Which I'm not sure if I should obviously share, but... It's nothing illegal, by the way. It would essentially be my parents acting as intermediaries. My parents suspend my fucking money. It basically have my parents act as like the intermediary. And I use an account set up in their name, and then they pay me the money into my account. I'm not sure if that's allowed either, so again, I have to contact PayPal about that. But essentially the reason why PayPal shut me down is I was a dumb shit. So let that be a lesson. Anyways, so I can't change them on the business account, because the account is now totally locked. The guy that I was speaking to said because they've totally locked the account, there's nothing we can do about it anymore. So yeah. It seems a little steep and a little harsh for what was a genuine mistake, but yeah, I fucked up. I'll raise my hands and say I fucked up, but I fucked up. So that's that. So I don't know what's gonna happen with donations at the moment. You can still like support me if you want financially via Twitch, bits and subs, obviously. I have tried to set up my credit card with Streamlabs, because Streamlabs lets people pay via credit card as well as obviously PayPal. Streamlabs is giving me a couple of errors. I believe I know the reason as to why, but I need an extra few days to get a proper scan of my driver's license, because I think that my driver's license is a little too obscure in the picture that I have, so I think that's why I'm getting rejected, because everything else on there is completely fine. It also might be because my credit card just got updated, or my debit card just got updated with a brand new one, so I don't know if that's fully in the system yet, etc, etc. So yeah, that's going to take a few days, as well as replacing the PayPal option. So again, if you want to support me monetarily, then I'm afraid Twitch is the only answer at the minute. As a just in case, I have also changed my Twitch payments from PayPal directly to my bank account, just to make sure that, you know, if for some reason my personal account now goes down, there's nothing in there and I won't stop getting the only money that I earn. So that's that. That's the PayPal stuff. Doggo is the hard part. So funnily enough, same day that all this kicked off, Doggo had a fall whilst out on a walk. She has arthritis in her back right hip, and it's been getting pretty bad. There is a giant, and I mean giant, like lump there over the entire hip. It's not good. She had a really nasty fall during a walk because her legs gave way. And we think that is... The vet is hoping that that's the reason why she's struggling with walking at the minute, because she has her, like, 2 of her legs with that. So the vet is hoping that that's mainly that. The not eating thing she thinks might be either, like, a reaction to, obviously, the falling over, or could be stomach issues, because that dog, I swear to God. I love her dearly, but when you let her out at 2, 3 in the morning, you have to keep an eye on her. Because, and this is why her not eating is the weird thing. She will eat anything. And by anything, I mean, what I'm trying to get at is she eats her own shit in the garden at 3 in the morning. No, I don't know why. We don't fucking, you know, we feed her twice a day to the exact prescriptions that the vet says because of, obviously, like, the arthritis and the epilepsy. And then obviously give her painkillers and the appropriate pills at the same time as well. So it's not like we don't feed her. Usually she yells at us for food, but this morning she didn't want to take her painkillers or eat breakfast, which is very not like her. So there is a bit of a worry that if this gets worse, then this could be the last week that we are with Doggo. Which, as you can probably guess, like, that's... PC problems, fixable over time. Even though I've had them for 4 years, fixable over time. Fucking... PayPal issues, again, they were fixable over time, they will be fixable over time. Doggo is important. Doggo is, you know, family. So... Doggo is the thing that hit hard. So I've been awake for most of the day. Phoning PayPal, phoning my bank. I had a lovely conversation with my bank. I was on hold for 30 minutes and the phone call lasted for 2 minutes. It was great. I needed to get a Swift code for them for Twitch payments, which, ironically enough, was the one that was already on the system for Twitch, but I wanted to double check and make sure. I also asked them about the possibility of opening up another account. Because I don't actually have a savings account, and the more I think about it, a savings account would probably be quite sensible now that I'm actually earning money. But I'm gonna have to see on that, because I was like, can I make an appointment and come into a branch to speak to someone? And they were like, with COVID, we'd prefer for you, like, not to come into a branch. And I was like, yeah, same. And they were like, you can actually do all of this online. I was like, oh shit. Cool, bye. that was the, like, literally on the phone, like, on hold for like 30 minutes, and that was the conversation. Was like, yeah, you can do this online. Alright, cool, thanks, appreciate it. So yeah, that's that's what's happening there. But I had a lot of people reach out in support, and I mean a lot of people, which I very much appreciate. This has been the hardest couple of days I've had for a long time. If I look tired, I'm exceptionally fucking tired. And that's why casual judgment tonight. I won't go on about it too much more now. I just wanted to get out kind of where I'm at or what's going on. I haven't set up stream properly. No. And all that jazz. And again, I've only had 2 hours of sleep. That's why the cup of tea is out. So, yeah. I also can't see the video game right now. It would help if I could see the video game. I need to play the video game. And of course, before we start, ooh, perfect temperature. Ooh. Bit too much milk. Oh well. Oh well. Not a game changer. As a reminder, I will not be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of September. Myself and a lot of other content creators are not going to be streaming on Twitch tomorrow to be able to stand in solidarity for marginalized creators who are getting, obviously, hate-raided, etc. I got hate-raided myself, actually, I think it was 3 weeks ago at this point, right as all of this started. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, and I said this a couple of times, I won't be streaming tomorrow because, obviously, I want to stand in solidarity with everybody else, and as I said, I haven't streamed for 2 days because of everything, so I wanted to at least do something today. So we're gonna do a bit of this. I'm gonna pause my alerts and take off my webcam for the cutscenes again. But yeah, as I said, I want to do this before obviously Lost Judgment comes out anyway, and then this will lead into an 80% Judgment speedrun. I forgot we're in English, and it's kind of cool actually. Also, that sucks, you know. I hope everything is going well for you now.
Lawyer turned detective Takayuki Yagami.
I think, yeah, like, this won't be the first dog that I've lost. This will be,
but he can't shake the feeling.
Let's say 2.1.
Is out there.
The 0.1 is important. I'll get to that.
He gives us
when I was 9,
Yagami calls him the Mole.
We got a black Labrador called Lucy, and she was there through the entirety of my severe agoraphobia. Like, that dog was fucking beautiful. And then this is always happening with our dogs, and this is why it hurts so much. She was 100% fine.
3 bodies have turned up in Kamurocho.
On a Thursday, 100% fine.
Both eyes.
Friday, I woke up to my
curing
parents in hysterics
the most
because
recent.
she had just completely
The guy who killed them all was your mole, huh?
just become in pain.
Yep.
And it was
Kume
obvious.
hand-delivered to him by
She went
Hamura.
from bouncy, runny, happy to just on the ground in pain. And we had no idea why. A few hours later, she was dead. We actually put her down. It's a bit heavy, so I'll finish this story before we carry on the story. She had stomach ulcers, and they just perforated out of nowhere. Like, that was heart-wrenching. Like, that was literally fucking heart-wrenching. Then we had our next dog. The next dog is the 0.1. The next dog was called Gizmo. Gizmo was a rescue dog who was originally being trained as a guide dog, but Gizmo, living up to their name, was a bit crazy. And old Gizmo decided on the very second day that they were with us to growl at Grandma. So Gizmo had to go. Now, the good news about the Gizmo story, and this is very good news, the family that he then went back to had a child who was unfortunately suffering from cancer, and we basically learned that Gizmo slept with the kid in her bed, etc., etc., the entire time, and she actually like came out of remission from cancer a while back. So Gizmo did good. Gizmo's story is a happy story. We would never ever like abandon a dog, but when Gizmo started growling at anybody who wasn't part of the family, that was kind of bad. Gizmo had trust issues, which is a shame. But Gizmo landed in the perfect home for them, which was fantastic. And then we had Sonny, who was a golden Labrador, and he was silly. He loved like rolling onto his back and like sticking his legs in the air. And again, just like Lucy, he had a couple of problems going through. He had diabetes, I think. I can't remember if it was diabetes or what, but he had a couple of problems, and then again, like Lucy, over the span of 2-3 days, it was his time. If we let him live, he would have been in a lot of pain. And sometimes for your animals, like, and he was like 11 years old. He was old. He was good. He lived a good life. And it's one of those things that sometimes you have to make a decision whether or not to like obviously put your family member down because they're in a lot of pain. And with Sonny, if we could have tried to power him through what was going on, but he'd only have lived like an extra half a year to a year more, and he would have been in pain. So that was a hard but had to be quick decision of, you know, we don't want him to suffer, so he's had a good life. And Jess is now the same in that her legs have been going for a while. She has epilepsy, She deals with it quite well, actually. But it was literally just, you know, it might be decision time again. And
The Hummer kept that hidden.
that's why
Ended up getting
things
off
hurt.
scot-free.
Things hurt a lot,
In
unfortunately.
turn,
I didn't mean
making us
to
look
go
like
too
fools.
heavy into that.
I'm not
but
about to let him get
I
away
think
with this.
pet owners,
Agreed.
you all know.
We gotta go
You,
all
you
out
all
if we
know.
wanna win.
If you've been through it,
Too
you
bad the
know.
pay sucks.
And it never
Don't
gets
hate,
easier.
man.
It never
I don't get it.
gets easier.
Why would the captain want to protect the mole anyways? He could have gotten life in the slammer if things went south.
Hard to say with what we know now. First things first.
Like,
we need to figure out
Your
who the
pet
mole
isn't just a
is.
pet, they're an extension
why
of
we're
your family.
here, remember?
And they are family.
The
So.
mole's first victim was found right in this very alley.
Happened back in August. Kenkichi
Oh crap,
Mashiba,
we're still August.
Kyorei
Oh,
guy,
no.
27. Pretty small time.
So yeah, that's
Lower
why
rank than
things
Kume.
have been a bit rough the last couple
Body
of
got
days.
reported in the morning.
Everything has
gouged clean out
come
his
crashing
skull.
down on me. Potential loss of a family member. Of course, it's found pretty much the same way as Kume. Again, not that Kume.
Where exactly did they find him? What
Potential
sort
loss of a
position was he
family
in?
member. My PayPal
sure.
account getting frozen
don't
for
really
reasons that
publish
I
those kinds of
didn't know, but
details.
am now kind
Well,
of pretty confident
guess
on.
we'll have to do one better then.
PC still doesn't have the
Hold
fixed
up a
parts
sec.
in,
The cops already did their whole song
so
and dance searching for the
stream
mole.
could crash.
But they
Thumbs
couldn't
up.
Turn up a damn thing. Why do you think we can do any better?
Kaito, don't worry, we can do it.
Don't worry, we got this.
Oh, it's that easy, huh?
Also, again, I'd just like to
If
say,
anyone's
because we're
gonna
obviously
know about the
playing
mole, it's
Judgment,
Hamura.
you'll
And
see
who
the
has better
messaging
access
chat
to him
roll
than
by a
anyone
couple of
else?
times every couple of
We
minutes.
Right?
Please
Guess
don't
you
talk
got
about
a
the
point.
story trailer that came out last
We'll
week.
need to get
Also,
our
please
hands
don't
on some
talk
more
about
info
the
first, though.
English cast trailer
quickest way to find the
that came
truth
out
is
a
through
couple of
good
days ago
old-fashioned legwork.
outside of just you're excited to hear like
I
some of
can
these
do
dub actors back again.
old-fashioned.
I'm not watching any
Anyways,
trailers that
the
have
next
story
victim
elements
was
in.
in
That's why.
October.
So I would
Found in
I
an
would like
alley
to
off
appreciate
Tenkaichi
people
Street.
if you can just
Shall we head
respect
over?
my decision on
I'm
that.
actually gonna head over alone if you don't mind. Think you can get in touch with that informant in the meantime?
I'd very,
Why,
very
I
much appreciate that a lot. Gonna use Kite's connection to a dirty cop. Now's the time.
Didn't you say something about him selling police info? If he's got info on the mole, we need it.
Also, because we haven't done this
Yep,
in a while, I'll remind
can ask.
everybody what we're doing here.
Thanks.
This is a good old story rehash. We've done a playthrough of Judgment when it originally came out. We did that with the Japanese dub. This time around, we're doing it with the English dub. We do actually do the English dub in speedruns as well, because it's actually ridiculously faster. Like, actually a lot faster. For some reason, the English dub with for some reason with a couple of the intros for fights, actually can skip those fight intros, which is kind of ridiculous, but also cool. So that's the reason why we use English in the speedrun, and we said we wanted to do a second playthrough with the English dub. That's why we did the English dub here. Also, because for a charity reward, because I have to do a Judgment any percent speedrun and an all sub-stories, but not on Legend, Judgment speedrun, excuse me. This replay right here, which we'll finish before obviously Lost Judgment, is going to be obviously sitting through all the story cutscenes again. But we're also going to be doing all the side stuff as well. So all the side cases again. Because there's some good side cases that I actually really enjoy in this game. And that way, it will help me understand unlock times for certain quests, when to do them, where they start, where they end, etc., and just figure out the best way to do that route for all sub-stories. We're killing two birds with one stone. This is where the mole's second victim was found. For a call, the body was found in the garbage dumps around here, which was right there.
Suspicious.
This case happened months ago, though. Don't suppose there are any traces of the body left. Let's take a closer look. But first, as I also said, in this playthrough,
What the?
we're getting the cats. Oh, look, a cat. As I said, we're also getting the cats as well.
Hey.
Well, this is... yeah, it's totally unrelated to the case. Guess from no more signs of the murder, doesn't have anything left to find. It's really weird how it makes you pick up a screw for the drone stuff. Really not much you can do about the police reports. Guess coming here was a waste of time. It's really weird because like it makes you grab the screw for the drone stuff, but like it doesn't tell you what that's about, and it won't for a while. So I personally prefer the Japanese because I've been going through the series in Japanese before. And when we do Lost Judgment at the end of, I can almost say this month, when we do Lost Judgment on the 21st, it will be in Japanese. I will always do a first playthrough in Japanese and a second playthrough in English.
Hey, what's up?
What? Get back here! Hold it! Stop!
Wait, wrong guy. Okay, let's go.
Alright. So, here's our chase sections. Again, unfortunately, you don't have that much time when you come out of the cutscene for it. If you get into the right position there, you can avoid both QTEs. Obviously, I'm going to be imparting a little bit of that speedrun knowledge throughout this run as well. Is it left-hand side for this one? Yes. And then this one is always circle. Yep.
You won't get away.
I believe this one's always triangle. Okay. Game had to load for a second there. Always square for cars. With these groups of people, if you're on a specific side away from them, you can actually avoid their QTE. So you'll see if I'm on the right here, I avoid them. If I'm on the left, I'll avoid this one. There are some here, if you're quick enough, you can avoid to their second one. But unfortunately, there are some where you can't avoid their second one, like that one.
You won't get away.
These are the rules of your chase section. We could just grab him at this point. We could have it. We could grab him at this point, but at the same time, there's only 2 places where the game lets you do that, and one of them is a substrate. So, the nice thing is the QTs are always the same button. They're not randomized, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing if these have any improvements in Lost Judgment. And especially the tail segments, which hope you look forward to those, because there's a couple of them coming up in this chapter today. Fun fact, that's the only usage of that upper rooftop area that's above that building on Tenkaichi, the one with Lullaby Mahjong. It's fully explorable there in Yakuza 6, but there's nothing that actually goes on up there. There's nothing secret up there, unfortunately.
You're not getting any thanks for that.
Here, you earned this back.
Yeah, I own it.
Look, it wasn't a perfect plan, but it worked out in the end, didn't it? So thanks.
Is that what you call that? And I don't want your thanks, asshole.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah, Sugiura's English VA actually fits him real well. Like, real well.
And that's the Kamurocho burglary ring. No wonder the cops can't catch him.
I can't wait to see what Lost Judgment does. Like, it's gonna be exciting. We got cut off, but you're good. Got in touch with Ayabe. He's scraping up what he can on the mole thing. Just sit tight, we'll hear back. Cool. I'm exhausted. Maybe I should go check in on Genda Tensei. It's been a while since I've heard from him. However, before we check in on Genda, the game is going to interrupt us once again. There is, as you can see, the game's actually not allowing us to go this way for a specific reason. There is a cutscene over here. I keep pressing L3 to run, because L3 to run is No More Heroes 3. I've been playing that a bit lately. Excuse me, I don't mean to scare you, but I need help bad. What's the matter? You hurt? No stomach, it's killing me all of a sudden. Should I call an ambulance? No, don't do that. I don't have that kind of money. Please, just go get Moroboshi-sensei. Is he some kind of doctor? Yeah, he should be underground in the sewers. You can get there through a manhole in the children's park. Alright, stay put for a minute. You'll understand if you tell him Kondo is asking for him. Please, hurry. Why would a doctor be hanging around in the sewers? Unless that's not what really matters here. Yep. So, wow, that's a real nasty fight spot. Right, we're on Legend, I gotta remember, you know, I gotta actually play the video game. I gotta actually play the video game. Come here, you. Can actually play the video game and play well. It's not too bad because I should be getting a heal in a second. So this is gonna be the last time, although it heals you your mortal wounds before this chapter. This is gonna be the last time that the game actually heals our mortal wounds. Again, if you've never seen Judgment, Judgment adds this system called the Mortal Wound system, where when a boss does their EX attack, if it hits you and you're not in, say, EX mode, it will permanently break your HP bar unless you do one of two things. One, heal with medkit, or two, go see a specific NPC, a certain doctor that lives in the sewers, Dr. Moriboshi. So Dr. Moriboshi here will also heal you for 20k a pop. And yeah,
excuse me.
Hey, you Moriboshi Sensei? I am. Who might you be?
This is Yagami.
I'm Yagami. Doesn't ring a bell. So, what do you want? What was I supposed to tell this guy again? Kondo is calling for you. The condor has left the nest. There's this homeless guy, goes by Kondo. You know him? He was asking for your help just now. What? Kondo-san was? Yeah, he said his stomach was killing him. Where is he? Public Park 3. Exclamation mark! Hey. Dramatic exit. Dramatic exit. Yeah, Ooh, I made it. Thanks a million, Doc. You too, my guy. Did you eat something strange again? Let me think. Well, I did some dumpster diving at Pink Street yesterday. I know it tasted something fishy. Oh, for crying out loud. Oops, looks like Kondo-san's done it again.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, wasn't it? Yes. Sorry for your trouble. This guy's always eating trash and messing up his stomach. Same.
Excuse me.
No worries, but I gotta ask, are you actually a doctor? Yeah, or at least I was. But that's all in the past. Moriboshi Sensei used to be a doctor at this huge medical university. But he's been down in the dumps since he lost his chance to become a professor. Excuse me. So decided helping us out instead. Talk too much, Kondo-san. Oopsie daisy, my bad.
Yagami-san.
That's for you, Yagami-san. Here's something for your trouble. I know it isn't much. A med kit to replace the one we sold in the first chapter. And I get treated by Moriboshi and buy medical kits from him as well. Appreciate it either way. Well then, I'll be off now. Thanks for helping out, Yagami-san. I'll see you around. So this is the last time the game will heal your mortal wounds. Now it is all either medkits or Dr. Moriboshi. God damn, No More Heroes 3 messing up my brain. Forgot the fight spawns are massively aggressive in this game. Also, I gotta be careful with Legend at the start because enemies really don't care about getting flinched by combos. It really sucks. Yeah, we are less than a month away. Listen, one day I'll stop doing that. But yeah, with everything that's going on at the minute, my choice is to... I thought this guy was a fight spawn for a second because he was just standing here. Also, again, I mentioned it the last time we streamed. Judgment... Not Lost Judgment. Judgment allows you to walk down here, all the way down to here, but there's nothing here. And you might be wondering why Judgment allows you to do this. This being fleshed out isn't for your benefit, it's for the benefit of enemies. The way that Judgment does its enemies, and you'll see when we get to Chapter 5, when we get danger displays to see the enemies on the minimap, the way that Judgment does its enemies is it spawns enemies in the closest position it can, where you aren't looking. So I've not been looking for a while, so I could potentially have a fight spawn to my left, or to my right. There it is. Right down there. See that guy in the purple shirt? That's enemy spawn. So that's the way that Judgment does its enemy spawns, is any way that you're not looking, any way that you do not have vision on, that's where the enemies will spawn in. That's why Judgment's enemy spawns are exceptionally aggressive, and why that little open bit there at the entrance to Tenkaichi is bad for us in speedrunning, because we can't see to the right, and most of the time when you go down Tenkaichi, unless you have a fight spawn in the middle of it, you will get a fight spawn there. So, it's a little aggressive. I went the wrong way. I'm tired. It's a little very aggressive, the fight spawns in this game. Also, they can get into a fight with you halfway across the street. For example, with Shichifuku Street here, if I'm here and there's an enemy spawn on the other side of the crossing there, they can get into the fight with me instantly. That's Judgment in a nutshell. I hope that's been turned down a bit for Lost Judgment. And that may just be me saying that because I've been used to running Kenzan again, and Kenzan might have like a nasty high set of enemy spawns, but the enemies don't get into a fight with you unless they physically touch you in that game. So Kenzan does one thing good, one thing bad, but it actually kind of like balances itself out surprisingly well.
Afternoon. Did I keep you waiting or something?
No. We were just talking about you, actually.
Do you have a minute, Yagami-san?
MMA Guru, if you mean mixed martial arts, I bloody
You're always
wish.
so eager to work. A great fighter, too.
I'd love to learn. I'd love to learn some mixed martial arts.
The rest has been more of a
words are hard. I can't become an MMA. I can't become an MMA guru if I can't even say MMA.
Because you trained yourself on the streets? Man, what a life. I bet you've got some
First step
crazy
to
stories.
acceptance is figuring out how to say words.
Yagami-san.
What's up?
Actually, I do have some work for you.
Yeah? What kind?
I get PS5 in
Here,
September, so you play this
take
in
a
Lost
look at what
Judgment,
I've
then
got.
16 when it comes out. I'm very lucky in that I got my PS5 last year. Very, very lucky. Also, interestingly, I'll put the webcam back on just 2 seconds here. There's an interesting thing at the minute where there's a new revision of PS5s. Not in the sense that, you know, the models changed or anything like that, but the inside heatsink inside the PS5 has been changed. It removes some of the weight to it, but the console itself now gets a little hotter, which... It's interesting because usually when you're an early adopter of a console, you usually come off worse because you're almost a beta tester in some ways, because usually the revisions make it so that, you know, the later versions are obviously better. But this time not. So that's also a bit lucky. And then I'm obviously unlucky that I'm on my second DualShock, but again, the Cosmic Black version, or however this is called, fucking gorgeous. Both this one and the red one are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I've got nothing against, like, the white look, but, like, just look how sleek this looks. Like, this is good. This is good. Like, it's just gorgeous. It's very, very gorgeous. So, job requests. There are 5 job requests. As you can see in the bottom right, these job requests have certain progress locks. So you have to be main story progress, and you also have to do a reputation level 40 or higher. So every time that you make friends with the people around the city, you get 1 city reputation mark. There is a total of 50. So as you can see, these side cases, or at least these 2, are pretty deep in it. The nice thing is, as well, is that some of them you also can't do without doing a previous one before it. Those ones will make itself very clear as to what you have to do before it. It's going to be pretty obvious when the Amon, or the one before Amon, turns up. So the nice thing about all of this is that, like, some of them have very easy unlocks, like, you know, just get your reputation up, make 30 friends, make 40 friends here, as it says. Some of them are just progress with the main story. And then this one is one that you have to do. You cannot avoid this one. The nice thing is we get a lot of money as a reward and some good skill points.
I'll send the details to your office. Put them up on your board or something.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sari-san.
Speaks to
Yagami.
old man Genda.
You still sniffing around that Kume case?
Oh yeah, never told Genda-sensei I'm still looking for them all.
Yeah? That's not a problem, is it?
Not a problem, per se. But the case is closed. I can't keep paying you to investigate.
Fine by me. It's a personal matter now.
Even so, you're convinced Hamura's covering for the killer, right? You know he'll be none too happy if he finds out you're still on the case.
Ah, what's he
He brought
gonna
this on
do?
himself, if you ask me. Speaking of, have you seen him since the trial?
No, but he and Shintani keep in touch. They're practically drinking buddies these days.
Really?
Yeah, the
Come on in,
controllers
Hattori-san.
these days are
Small.
stupidly
home.
expensive. I had to replace
I
my
know all
Joy-Cons,
about this
and
place.
yeah, that was expensive in and of itself.
Right, Yagami-san?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Shintani had an interview today.
Shintani and Hattori, two of my favorite people in the world.
Just pretend Yagami isn't here, yeah? Wouldn't want your readers thinking he had a hand in getting Hamura's acquittal.
Oh, don't worry about that, Shintani-sensei. That courtroom was yours, and yours alone.
I should go. Looks like I'm the third wheel here.
Without a photo, Yagami-san? For as much as you did on the case? Let me just get one of you and Shintani-sensei, huh?
Tea, sir?
Fucking
What
love
a
Sayori.
treat.
She's so good.
That would be great, Shirosaki-sensei.
She is stunning. I probably should have mentioned in the title, by the way, all alerts are paused while cutscenes going on, so let's turn the alerts back on. Granitor, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming, I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good evening tonight. Anyway, we've got to return back to our office, so let's get on with that, shall we? Whew, it is. I might tell my fountain. It's actually really humid tonight. Like, surprisingly humid. Oh, excuse me. Picture it. Oh, that'll help a bit. Oh, that'll also help keep me awake as well, because the heat also makes me sleepy. I don't know if it's the same for you all, but when, you know, you get a little hot and it makes you really sleepy. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I've obviously seen the potential of getting a trial for Lost Judgment, which again, if that does happen like this game, for those who don't know, before we get into this cutscene, this game actually had a trial version. It had two different versions in Japan. The first one was just like the opening chase segment, tail segment, and fight. And then they had a second trial, which was, and I'm not joking you here, the entirety of Chapter 1, which is legitimately the longest chapter in the game. Like, actually. So, I have been thinking for a while now, and by a while I mean weeks and months, if they did do a Chapter 1 trial demo, I don't know whether I stream it or not. And by stream it, I mean play it. I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I don't know, because again, I want you all to have my first playthrough reactions. It's why I'd like for people to not discuss like the story trailer for Lost Judgment, is because, you know, I want to be surprised when going through the story and not like, you know, have pre-concepts going in about it. So I'm kind of thinking the same with a potential trial version, in that if it does happen, I'm like, I don't know. Because like the thing is, if I do the trial version, right, I'm still going to redo Chapter 1 when it officially comes out. I'm not just going to go ahead and be all like, oh hey, I'm starting from Chapter 2 with my save, because that feels weird. You know, for a full playthrough, oh, I started it like half a month ago. That feels weird. So I'm still in two minds about it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. You hear about the job, ma'am?
Hi.
Yes, I'm Noriko Taguchi. You came highly recommended by Genda-sensei. I'm Yagami. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Here, I'll get the door. So yeah, I'm a private investigator. You wanted me to investigate if your husband is cheating on you or not, correct? Yes, I'm afraid that's right. I can't shake the feeling that he might be, but I need someone to find out for sure. So, first side case. Very well. Can you tell me the whole story? Yes. You see, my husband and I own a cafe in Taihai Boulevard called Heavy Coffee. Let's see what they did there. I managed it together ever since it opened, in fact. My husband's a good man, but he always kept to himself. Been married 40 years, I can hardly remember any real fights, let alone infidelity. Sounds like you two have a great marriage. I would usually agree, but lately he's been leaving the cafe early. I mean, there have always been slow days where he would leave to hit the pachinko slots or go see a movie, but lately this has become an almost everyday occurrence. What leads you to believe he's cheating on you? Perhaps he simply found a new hobby, for instance. That's fairly common at your age, isn't it? Although, usually if you find a new hobby, you would tell your spouse, you know? Yes, I thought that might be the case at first, too. But one day I stopped in at the pachinko parlor he said he'd be at. I didn't see him anywhere. And you're sure you were at the right place? The city has quite a few pachinko parlors. Yeah, it does. Glad they've never come back. If it'd only been once, I might not be so sure. I assure you, I've been thorough. I've checked in several times now. And I've never found him there once. I see. Sounds like you've done your homework then. Sorry for giving you the 3rd degree there. Yagami-san, I'd like you to investigate where my husband goes when he leaves the shop. And if he is cheating, can you tell me who he's meeting? You really want the gory details? Yes. I want to know what kind of woman he would cheat on me with. I can do that, but I have to say, sometimes you're better off not knowing. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. I put 80,000 yen on my request. Is that sufficient? Of course. I'll take the case. Thank you. Like I said, he leaves the cafe early almost every day now. He even told me that he's been wanting to see a new movie that just came out. Alright, that should make it simple enough to tell him when he leaves. Please do. The lady's shop is called Heavy Coffee and it's on Taihai Boulevard. Guess I'll check it out. Heavy Coffee. Heavy Coffee. Right, off we go. Heavy Coffee. Oh dear. Pachinko setting in Yak 7. We had Patchy Slot, not necessarily Pachinko, but the slot machines are also... They're not as bad as Pachinko, but they are still very luck-based, you know? Alright, I want to go this way, because I want to specifically buy something. Well, lads. Wow, I don't know where Yagami went there. As you can guess, wall running is very good. Very, very good. Both the strong attack off of it and the light attacks off of it that enable you to do more combos are very, very good. We're going to go see a friend of ours. Well, we're going to go and make a friend, I should say. This is Dwayne. Oh, Dwayne. Let's try our music fair today. Damn right I would. So once again, just like with Alice in Chapter 1, if 1 point for every 700 yen we spend, 10 points, we get a record, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. It's literally the same as before. The nice thing is I can do this and get some healing items, so... Remember, you can only hold 3 of each of your basic healing items. You can upgrade that with skills, but for now, the one thing that you definitely want to do is spam the hell out of food. Food, still good. Get your food. Eat your bentos. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. And status purchase points have gone up by 10. Perfectly on the dot. 7,000 yen. Now 10 point total. Congratulations, you managed to reach 10 points. Heck yeah. Here's our limited edition record. And more importantly, 500 skill points. That's going to remember, always shop Popo. So what we would usually do in this chapter is we would usually go into our skills, like, around this point, and I'm fairly certain... Is this where we went for combo speed? Let me check my speedrun notes just to double check. Judgment? No. Yes, so what we would do in this chapter is we would go for combo speed 1 and combo speed 2. But because this is legend, you kind of have to get health early. So the important things that we need is wall jump, throw, wall jump finisher even, leapfrog, leapfrog rush, leapfrog finisher. We will also need, at some point, double quick step and quick step cancel. We will also need charging tiger, because charging tiger allows us to get here ferocity of the tiger, which, as you can see in the bottom right, learning elements, elegance of the tiger, which is this one, which is from this one, and also charging tiger. This is less likely to fall from enemy attacks while in tiger style. This is important, especially on harder difficulties. So we'll be getting this early. I'm going to be changing up like the times where I get my things. But here's the problem. Usually, when doing an any percent run, with the route that we do, we don't get this early because obviously, you know, we don't get health. We don't have a problem with health until like chapter 7 or 8-ish. You need it on legend. So instead of spending my money, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off because I'm about 1,000 away from what I want. But I also don't actually have what I want yet. We need to find something hidden. I'll point it out when we get there. It should make Legend very, very hilarious. Not necessarily easy, but this will be an interesting indicator as to whether this is how the run is going to go. This is heavy coffee. Let's see the sign. Heavy coffee. When's the mahjong? We will have to do mahjong. A lot. Must be McCart's husband. Let's see where he goes. We actually, like, that's not a threat. That is a promise. I love mahjong personally. As Now so rightly says, there is a friend event locked to mahjong, which requires us to obviously go and do it. Now, here, when he stops there, whenever he stops in the remaster, that is where, in the original version of Judgment, they were supposed to stop and turn around. Most of the time with the tail segments in the remaster for Judgment, they've actually reduced how long you're in these tailing segments by a little bit, by removing certain interactions that used to happen. So pretty much every single like tail segment, they're all scripted. So he's going to look here, he's going to keep going down the road, stop, turn around, and look at that advert on the board. Like, that will always happen. So I'm going to try something dumb real quick, because I've had this suspicion for a while. God, you don't get much time on Legend. So, sometimes you can skip their animations by disrupting them early. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's the case here. I might do it when he's on the billboard. No, it's me. Senpai! Thank you. Nope. He got scared after the fact. That sucks. Okay. So that didn't make things go fast, that made things go slow. That's something I've always been curious about, because there is parts of the tail segment that we do speedrun tech. You gotta look again. Definitely don't do that. So there's gonna be parts of the tail segment where we do certain speedrun tech to make them cancel their own animation to make them go faster. If that makes sense. I'll describe it when we get there. The two big ones are near the end of the game, which I might not be able to pull off on Legend, because as you saw there, the bar at the top goes up a lot faster than it does, obviously, in the speedrun, as we do the speedrun on Easy or Legend. So this is going to be, it's going to be interesting. One of them will be nice and easy, and it's actually the very, very final tail segment, which comes in the penultimate chapter. But it's interesting because, like, one of our runners, Tapioca, thinks they found a Famitsu article about a month or two ago talking about your tail segments here. And it sounded very much like there's been a change to how these work. It sounds like in Lost Judgment, you're going to be able to intentionally get noticed by them in, like, bits like this. And instead of them noticing you, they're going to start running. That seems to be what the Famitsu article implied, but they could also have just been talking about the chase segments. We don't know. But if there's a way to speed these up for the speedrun, that would be phenomenal. Like, very phenomenal. Very, very phenomenal. A woman! A woman and a Gilberto sub for 5 months. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Woman not looking positive. Just caked in makeup, though. Must be really trying to hide her age. The red brick again, maybe? That works. Ah, they're moving. The red brick, huh? That's got to be the Red Brick Hotel. Alright, I'm going to need a photo as proof. Where's the best spot to catch them entering the hotel? Here? Or here? No. Maybe here? That's a wall, Yagami. I should follow them and then get into a position that will give me a clean shot. It's actually a wall. So, in some of the side cases, you'll get these photo missions. Get the full scoop. Photo mission to go and investigate certain incidents, capture the decisive moment on camera. Take a picture that ticks off all the checkboxes on the right-hand side of the screen. If you don't, you have failed. Remember that. Take a picture outside, phone, and consider result and game over. Therefore, check your surroundings, look for the best possible camera angle that allows you to take a picture that satisfies all the criteria. Note that you won't be able to take a picture until you fulfill at least one condition. Get the best shot to gain a bonus. On top of ticking off all the checkboxes, if you catch a photo that perfectly meets the client's demands, you gain some SP as a bonus. Yeah. But yeah, for those wondering, we'll be doing a bunch of mahjong. Now, here's the problem about this part. they can walk into an NPC and then just turn around, at which point you die because there's no hiding spot here. So you have to be a little careful. But for those wondering, yes, this playthrough will have copious amounts of Mahjong, because we have to do Mahjong to unlock the friend event for Mahjong, and then we have to do multiple rounds of Mahjong to satisfy the person who has the Mahjong friend requirement. But the problem is, their version of Mahjong is very, very RNG based, and Mahjong is already a game that is very, very random. Do not hit X, it counts in this cutscene. Wait for it.
Now.
There it is. It should be good enough. Husband's face isn't in focus. But this is clearly solid evidence. I'll figure out who he's seeing. Guess I'll wait till they come out of the hotel. How is that? It's in the middle and it's not blurry. Yagami, give yourself more credit for your photo skills, my dude. I also like how he's just sitting outside of the hotel having a cigarette at first. Finally, not bad for your age, you two. Looks like they're splitting up here. Time to follow the woman. No Suzukichi. No, not wrong. God, those selfies were fantastic. By the way, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Neo The World Ends With You speedrun. Mostly because at the minute, and it's obviously going to go down in time, but at the minute, Neo The World Ends With You speedrun is currently 11 hours. You know, just a casual half a day. The casual half a day. But I tell you which one I might do a couple of runs of. I might do a couple of runs of No More Heroes 3. Because I do love that game. As I said earlier, I was tempted to do a New Game Plus run of that tonight, just to get like a run on the board. But needed to do this instead because I am very tired. Dead run 8 hours? Yeah, pretty much. But then again, it's when you do a longer speed run, because obviously with the Yakuza games we do a couple of longer speed runs, like, you know, Yakuza 5, etc. Where you can literally have the run die in the finale because, you know, you've messed up Sewer Skip, for example, which is like 5.5 hours into a 6-hour run. It's one of those things that with a longer run, you kind of get used to the idea that something is potentially going to go wrong. So we'll see. Lip breaks and that's it. The fun thing that I found by doing some practice with No More Heroes 3, the saves that you get in between each chapter aren't actually skippable. The game forces you to save. So I'll at least be all saved up. No More Heroes 3 is probably going to be done on the medium difficulty because I didn't realize this until I tried New Game Plus. The easy difficulty, and this is great, the easy difficulty, literally, you can't take damage. I'm not kidding. It puts up an invincibility shield. You cannot take damage. So fun for a meme speedrun, but in terms of an actual speedrun, nah. I like it for accessibility. So yeah, the middle difficulty bitter is going to become more than likely the de facto one, because spicy, as we found out for our casual playthrough, spicy is good for a challenge. I can't see many people doing spicy runs because it's going to be very, very, very slow. It doesn't even auto guard. It puts a force field around you. Like, it actually puts a force field around you. Like, the only time you can take damage is, or technically damage, is from Oma. Who I won't describe who that is to people who aren't through the game, but the one-hit kill instant beam. You know, those of you who played the game will know exactly what I mean when I say that. Yeah, that's it. So that's why you'll never catch me doing easy speedruns of No More Heroes 3. It's the same reason why you'll never catch me doing simple speedruns of Judgment is because the only difference between simple and easy is the game auto combos for you, which this game's combat's great. Get me out of this. Yeah, now. Yeah. Wait, this is Rebecca Heavy Coffee. What the hell? Yeah, it is a story-only difficulty. Yeah, you're right. Could it be? Guess it doesn't matter. The pictures should be enough for the client. Make you a better speedrunner. I already am. Hello, Noriko-san. Yagami-san, have you found anything out? Yes, I'd like to go over my findings. Would you mind stopping by the office? Of course. I'll be right there. See you soon, then. Alright, I'll meet her back at the office. Actually, that was I'll meet her back at the office. Oh, were you in Argic's channel when I asked about that? Oh boy, I'll get into that in a second. Based on this evidence, I think it's safe to say with almost full certainty that your husband is cheating. I'm sorry. I see. I'm sorry. Was there more, Yagami-san? Yes, regarding the woman your husband was seeing, does she look familiar? That's... Am I correct in assuming she's the owner of Kashozoku, the bar above Heavy Coffee? Yes, you're absolutely right. We met a few times, actually. I had no idea he was seeing someone so close. I'm a fool to have not seen it earlier. Don't blame yourself. In a trusting relationship, you aren't really looking for those kind of signs. Like I said, sometimes these kinds of details are best left undiscovered. But your husband is seeing your neighbor. That much is true. And now the truth is a weapon in your hand. Just be careful about how you wield it, okay? Time to go slicing. Thank you, Yagami-san. I'm actually relieved to know it. I think I'll file for divorce. Damn, that was quick. Jesus. I see. I'm glad, though. I'm glad to know, rather than spend the rest of my life as an ignorant clod. Good for her. Good for you. Thank you for being so thorough. Good for you. Fuck infidelity. It's doing my job. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to get in touch. Huh, no thank you. I don't need to feel what I'm feeling now ever again. This one ended up right where it started. Sometimes, it really is darkest under the lamppost. Thanks, Sun Zhao, the Art of War. So, we can accept requests from the Yagami Detective Agency and Genda Law Office. Check out the bulletin board in Yagami's office. This basically means we can now take on side cases. Various quests that Yagami handles are referred to as side cases. If you've ever played a Yakuza game, these are your sub-stories. Simple as that. Side cases can be accepted at the Yagami Detective Agency bartender and the Genda Law Office. Additionally, there will be many times when you encounter someone on the street, and the side case will open up from there. Once you complete a side case, you'll obtain money, SP, and items. The amount of side cases that you can tackle increase as your reputation grows. You raise Yagami's reputation by deepening your friendship with the locals. Note that some clients will only show up to become your friend after you solve their requests. So, in order to do all of the side cases in this game, you basically have to make friends with everybody and then do the side cases that are there and available. As I said earlier, some of them are going to be locked behind others, as I'll show you. You can now play Outrun in your office. In the original Judgment on PS4, this was a pinball game, which is kind of, I wasn't going to say freeware, but it's also available on Steam. It's not amazing. And when they removed it for this, they didn't have to replace it with anything, but they did replace it with Outrun. Which I would just like to point out. Imagine trying to play Outrun on that. Imagine trying to play Outrun on a goddamn fighting stick. So, with the side cases, as you will see, there's our panty thief on the loose. Not even the police can get this guy, so I'm asking you. He stole my sister's panties, and now that he has her in his sights, I'm worried about what will happen next. I'll be at M-Side Cafe with my sister. I'm the pretty boy with black short hair. Lol. My sister looks like me with a bit longer hair. Confidence, eh? And then, where'd my jacket go? My special jacket has disappeared. It was given to me by my older brother, and it means a lot to me. It's my soul. More important than my life. Please find it as quickly as possible. I'm waiting at Wild Jackson, St. Gage Street. If you see some gaudy guy with brown hair, grey jacket, and red shirt, that's probably me. Wow. So I will be doing the side cases, as I said, as we go through. I'm not going to be doing any tonight because, again, I don't feel very well tonight, having only had, obviously, 2 hours sleep and everything that's been happening to me over the past few days. So I'm going to be doing these probably beginning with the Chapter 3 stream that we do next. But as you can see, as I said earlier, on the right, you can see a good description of basically needing to do other things. So the main story progress is in white, that means that we've actually done it. That means the main story has progressed far enough that we can do this. But we need to do reputation level 5 or higher. We're currently level 3, if I remember rightly. And we also need to have cleared question mark, which is clearly either one of these or a job that's available at bartender or the Gender Law Office is actually this one. And then here you can see this one requires 2 different ones, reputation level 15, 10. Why not pass some time? That is a subtle hint that you can't do it at this time of day, dumbass. Again. Level 5. Trigger all of the question mark events. Defeat all of the Kaying gang leaders. Reputation level 50. This is the final one. And we'll get into that when we get to it eventually, because I actually really like this one. 25 or higher, 35 or higher, plus clearing something, 45 or higher, clearing something. Clear 49 side cases. So you've got 2 here. Actually, no. This is the 49th, and then this is the last one. So you got 2 endgame subcases right here. Judgment doesn't have... There's going to be more that open up. And Judgment doesn't have that many side cases, but Judgment does some very, very clever and good things with its side cases. I gushed about this when we first played through the game, in that clearly, as you can probably guess, because these ones have cleared question mark before it, they're actually related to previous side cases. That's what I really like about Judgment side cases, is that this one, for example, is the start of a 3 to 4 side case long quest line. So not only is it a very good and hilarious quest line, but there's also continuity. And that's what I feel like Judgment does very well with its cast of characters. And again, I'll speak about this one when we get to it. Any of you who have done the final side case in this game knows exactly what I mean about continuity, and that's one of the big things as to why I absolutely love this side case, and is one of the things that I think that Judgment does very, very well with its side cases. But again, we'll get to that on another day. We'll get to it on another day. I am replaying the game, yes. I did a playthrough when the game originally came out. That was a full playthrough. Ah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what you get, Kim.
Kim-san.
Oh, Yagami-san.
You look kind of rattled, man.
Don't try to get away, bitch!
Crap. They are here! Sorry, got to run! Not if we can help it.
Yeah, see? Skeletal.
Who the hell are you?
Finally caught him, huh? Good work.
This is the exact kind of voice I'd imagine Kasai would have in English.
Stop it already, you guys! I will never give her to you!
Come on, man. It's damn disgraceful making a babe like her work at a yakiniku joint.
This is the exact voice I would imagine him with. Yeah.
That has nothing to do with you!
Listen, Kim-san, you might not know this, being a foreigner and all.
He's got like a really slightly whiny undertone. Like, it works so well.
What? Yeah, that's not exactly how it goes.
Yeah?
All this over a girl, huh? Doesn't reflect too well on you. Though in this case, it looks like that reflection's actually kind of accurate.
Mind your fucking business. Who do you think you are?
A friend of Kim's. Someone who's not gonna just stand by and let you beat him to a pulp.
Yagami-san!
All right, buddy. I didn't want to do this, but you were asking for it. Picking a fight with the Kenta Kasai of the Keihin gang.
Kasai, you ain't shit.
Let's see how smart you really are, Mr. Know-It-All.
Oh, Kasai, you really ain't shit. Alright, so, this is the first of the appearance for the Keihin gang! Damn, that was early. I wasn't actually expecting him to EX that early. I missed my heat, which is what I wanted to do, so that I wouldn't have to deal with the HP invulnerability. So because I didn't let him hit me, I didn't have my my HP bar permanently broken. That's why I'm going for Kasai first. Although here, if I didn't break that bike, that would have been good. We can use this bike to clear multiple enemies. Bikes are very, very strong early on, it seems. Now as per usual. How did that miss? Yeah, bikes are very, very good early on, it seems, which is very, very nice. The good old bike strats return.
He's tougher than he looks. Know-it-all son of a bitch.
That's the Longren legend.
Now get
Give
lost.
him a couple of chapters.
I better not catch you near Kim-san again.
I'm not going down that quiet. You're gonna regret making an enemy out of the Kahin.
I do not want to fight Koga. I'm terrified.
And don't come back.
That's what you say when you win, dumbass.
Nobody asked you.
You okay, Kim-san?
The motor scooter's ears a Kiryu thing.
Yagami-san. We should probably get out of
Which
here
is
before they
a
come
genuine shame.
Yeah.
I don't think you can use the Mini X either. I should test that. I should actually test that.
I'm so sorry.
Because that would make that
about
fight
this,
very, very
Yagami-san.
quick.
Yeah, I never meant to drag you into my mess.
That guy mentioned the Kahin gang. What's their deal?
It's a group of thugs that have been running wild recently. They have the whole town in a tizzy.
Tizzy, I've not heard that terminology in so long.
Huh. Must really be something then.
The Yakuza don't know how to deal with them. The Yakuza know how to deal with everything, just in a really dumb way.
One of the leaders, that Pankasai, won't stop coming for one of my employees. Oh, I don't want to think about what he wants with her. Oh.
So you were just looking out for your worker.
But of course! I am her boss! But Yagami-san...
Kanaki, yeah, I thought that'd be the case. It usually is for the characters that can't pick them up.
Don't worry. I'll be just fine.
It's kind of like Kiryu in Yakuza 6 in that he can't pick them up normally, but he can in his EX.
If you need anything.
Dealing with the Kain Gang. Impudent Kain Gang members constantly prowl the streets in search of Yagami's whereabouts. You can choose to ignore these goons, but decide to teach them a lesson that you SP and items. Be aware that the cops will come running if you take too long to win. That happens, it's time to get the hell out of there. So, this is one of the things that I really... I'm not putting the webcam on because there's a cutscene outside. This is the one thing that I really like about Judgment, in that Judgment actually does a good job of giving legitimate reasons for both the Yakuza and the Kain Gang to go after Yagami. Because now, instead of the Yakuza being the enemies on the street, it's now going to be the Kain Gang. Like, Judgment does a very, very good job of that. Sort of from Kaito-san. What now? It's now time to get terrorized. What was that? It's heading towards Blown Tower. Let's see what that's all about. Honestly, like, there's got to be laws against... There's got to be laws against using fucking drones in the middle of a busy city, you know? Especially for racing, like, come on. There has to be laws about that. I think the drone went down this way.
Huh?
Eh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Should've just kicked the drone. Ouch, what gives? Sorry. Are you alright? Are you hurt? Yeah, I'm fine, I guess. This man is a small man. I feel his pain. Oh, what a relief. But I guess my customization was all wrong. You need to put more of a focus on speed. You need to put more of a focus on not hitting people, my dude. Now what's he babbling about? I don't think speed is the point, man. You need to be careful when you're flying drones in the crowded city. Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, this little guy goes pretty wild sometimes. Aren't you in control of the drone, jackass? It's not funny if you ask me. I'd say you're just a bad pilot. I can't argue with you there. But flying drones is pretty hard, you know?
Yeah.
I know, I have one myself. Oh, you do? That makes us rivals then. Excuse me? Rivals? Yeah, you're probably on your way to register now, aren't you? Back it up. Register for what? What? How do you not know? The drone races, man. There's a race. But the bird takes flights. Sure is. It's today. In fact, when my drone came at you, I was in the middle of a test flight. So I see. Is it even legal to fly that fast in the city? Of course it is for a race. You gotta go fast to win. In fact, the sign-up area is just ahead. Why don't you enter? Huh? Come on, right over here. Get a move on. I don't think this is fully legal. Hey. I don't think this is fully legal at all. This is where you sign up. Looks like you've got a pretty lively little community. Yeah, everyone's doing last-minute mods for the race. Customs, huh? Yeah, tweaking it for maximum speed is the only way you're gonna win. Hey, I know. Show me your drone. Okay. Why I read that like Cats and Falcon. Show me your drone. Falcon! Drone! This could be a little rough, but I need to borrow your drone. Fine, but what are you planning on doing? Don't remove the pigeon ornament or I'll be upset. Don't worry. This will make up for crashing into you earlier. Just this once. There, you're good to go. What did you do? I modified it so it'd be faster. You did? I don't see a difference. I only modded the guts. Ugh. When you see it in the race, your jaw's gonna hit the floor. Really? Just make sure not to fly too fast outside the race, okay? They've been cracking down on us because of a few bad apples. Yeah, I'll be careful. Oh, it's a guy who crash landed right into my face giving me a speed lecture. What's going on over there? Oh, that's the drone lab. Lab? Put it simply, they make drone parts. Boy, do they. If you're ever struggling with a race, you can hit them up to improve your machine. So the goal is to customize it yourself. You obtain materials for drone parts, pricing for minigames, or by finding them in the city. Some materials can be found in places accessible by drone. So, remember when we found the screw earlier? That is a material. Alright, I think that does it for me. Next time we meet, it'll be on the racetrack. So yes, this is, as most people can probably guess, the Judgment equivalent of Pocket Circuit. Oh, I never gave you my name, did I? It's Makihara. Thanks, small man. I'm Yagami. Nice to meet you. Yeah. If you ever have any questions about drone racing, just let me know. Can I not? Drone racing, huh? Well, it does sound fun. So, good old drone
Hello?
Yo, Kaito. Ayabe's ready for us. Says he might have some info on the mole.
Nice work, Kaito-san.
We're meeting at that indoor fishing
He's actually at a
pond.
sushi zanmai right now. You can tell by the background.
You heard of it?
Indoor fishing pond? Can't say I have.
Neither had I till about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, it's over on Shichifuku Street. I'll meet you there.
So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Kaito, the drone racing stuff is extensive. When you are going for any kind of like all achievements or platinum trophy, this fucker right here is the thing that's going to take you the longest. So, if we look at the parts list, for example, there's not much here right now. This is a very, very, very small amount of what you can actually make. And the problem as well, and this is the small amount of things you need to make. If you look at the bottom right, you can see, you know, you need some money, some parts. It's gonna get worse. Way worse. I don't know if I can find it in my completion list right now. Where are we? Drone League. Drone Lab. Develop all parts that can be developed. There are 162 parts in total. 162. 162. And here is, as you can see, you have all the different leagues. So beginner league, amateur, regular, expert, champion. First place in all the champion. Go over 100 kilometers an hour, which you should get if you're going for all of this anyway. Time attacks. Yeah. This is actually, the races themselves aren't that bad, but the thing that is the big grind is your parts. 162 parts is a shit ton. It is a lot. This is the one that is going to take you the most time. If you're going for all achievements / all trophies, this is the one. This is your big grind. You know how there's like one big grind in every like Yakuza game? This is it. This is Judgments. Quality wise again. Some equipment pieces. Now, we are going to go meet Kaito over at Koi Bride, but we're also going to go do something real quick. As the game said to us a second ago, we can use our drone and we can go all around the city. So sometimes there will be certain piece of equipment, and you can actually go like in quite a few surprising places. You can go here, for example. if I could get rid of the HUD, which I don't think I can. No, I can't on you can't on the PS5 version, but if you could get rid of the HUD, you could create some really cool movies with this, honestly. So there's going to be some, there's mostly parts hidden on rooftops and stuff, like some rusted electrical wire. You can go into good old burnt down Little Asia after the events of good old Yakuza 6. You can't actually walk here as Yagami, but you can go there as the drone. And again, there's bits here and there. You'll find some things on like higher up places. You only go so high as the drone, etc. But there is a reason why I'm doing this, and this is going to be an experiment for the actual speedrun for any % legend. I'm going to grab some things here because I will do this eventually. So I do need to grab some stuff. There's some very rare items you can only get when flying the drone. Also, there is a achievement for flying the drone for a certain, or a trophy for flying the drone for a certain amount of time in first person. So if you are doing this, make sure you fly around in first person, etc. And you can see like up here, here's an item, for example, dented carbon. You'll know when there's rarer ones because they're a different color. Lose signal if you move away any further. You can see the wind is blowing me back. So you can't go too far up. What we can do, there are, I said this in the first playthrough episode, there are hidden moves around the city where you have to scan QR codes. There's one next to Ebisu Pawn that I showed off, and we're going to get a very specific one now, and if you played this game, you know exactly where I'm going right now. The Champion District here has also a good couple of hidden like pieces around here. This has some very good stuff in here. Some very good stuff. Now, there are electronic perspectives, so we've got to set that for getting enough parts. There are some other materials that we can get that we can't see just yet. Also, it always surprises me, like, the only time you ever, and I mean ever, see the top of the Champion District is in this game with the drone and Yakuza Dead Souls, because we obviously go on the rooftops in Dead Souls. Like, it like actually genuinely shocked me the first time we did this, because I completely forgot you can see like the entirety of the good old like Champion District. But we're here for a reason. If you've ever played a Yakuza game, and especially if you played Yakuza K2, you'll know that down a certain alleyway here is where you find Master Kanaki. This is where Master Kanaki usually hangs out. You go and get like moves and learn moves from him here in K2. He's here in a couple of the other games as well. I think in OG1 he's in the homeless park, but this is where normally, you know, we find Master Kanaki, and you can find a couple of items in here, I'm sure. I know you can. There's one. But there's something more important that's here. Because, and this, obviously this is a segue for a reason, because this is Master Kanaki's arena, there's a very, very good hidden skill here. If we turn to the right, there's a QR code. And said QR code has a picture of a tiger on it. You can probably guess what this is about to give us. This is where you find the QR code for the tiger drop. This is what I'm going to be learning for the speedrun. That is where tiger drop is. As you can see, I'll bring my map up. I can't in the drone. We're in the Champion District, as you can see on the bottom left. It's the little alleyway. It's where you find Kanaki, etc. It's that simple. And there we go. So, and then the nice thing is you can just get out of your drone whenever you like. So, the second that you can gain access to the drone, you can get Tiger Drop. Now, learning Tiger Drop is a little bit of a different story. The nice thing is, you don't need any prerequisites in terms of moves, you just need 3,000 skill points. Which isn't that bad, but it is quite a lot for the early game. Now, in the speedrun, if I choose to go for the Tiger Drop, that means we will 100% not be able to get boost attack max. In the speedrun for the any percent, you can just get boost attack max in the penultimate chapter if you stick to an exceptionally rigid set of skill upgrades. So that means that we would not be able to get Tiger Drop in. We would not be able to get one of both attack max and Tiger Drop in the Legend speedrun, so we will have to pick and choose. Good, bro, I guess this is the place. We will have to pick and choose which upgrades to obviously get. And that's why I want to get Tiger Drop nice and early here, to test it and see what it's like. Because it could be pretty bad on Legend. We don't know.
Yo,
we'll find out.
Yo, pull up a chair, Talk.
The chairs are literally beer holders. Fucking love it.
Ayabe said he'd meet us here.
I'm going to try and do
this is pretty
the
out of the way.
specific EX move
Maybe
in
he's
this
just
room.
trying to play it safe.
You know which one I mean.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Ayabe's sure taking his time getting here. Should we ask that guy?
I wouldn't. Who knows if he's one of Ayabe's boys?
Kaito with the sense right now.
Look, Ayabe's
Both
a dirty
smarts
cop.
and
The
fashion.
last thing he wants is his cover blown. We won't get a peep from him if that happens. Got it?
Sure, sure.
Hey, someone's coming.
Welcome. Pick a rod, I guess.
I don't think they're here for fishing.
Yo, gotten any bites today?
Not even a nibble.
And you're scaring him off. Get lost.
Come on, don't be like that. You're here for Ayabe, right?
Who's that?
Don't play dumb with me. It's not gonna end well for you.
You got it all wrong. Just fishing.
Right. We ain't
Hey,
your
Jealous.
boys.
Going well.
We
Going very
look
well.
like the type to hang out with cops?
Huh. Who said anything about him being a cop?
Oh, well, oh, fuck.
So you do know it. I fucking called it.
These assholes baited me.
That one was all you.
So what do you want with Ayabe? Tell me, or else.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm real scared.
Look,
I love
we don't want
Crispin
trouble.
Freeman.
Just step off and we won't hurt you.
He's got such a
You
distinct
got
voice.
balls, don't you? I'm gonna serve them to you.
Them having Crispin Freeman for Kaito in this game was a very inspired choice. Alright, so, wonder if I can get it. A little too far away. So, this is an EX move we don't do in the speedrun because it's very long, but it's very good. That is your Turtle EX move. It is genuinely hilarious. Now, the funny thing about old Koi Bride here is we can actually... I'm being kicked up the stairs. You can actually fight in the water. This Kaito just takes out all the enemies. You can jump the railing and just go and fight them in the water if you want. That is a good heat move. That's a very good heat move. It's exclusive for this room right here.
You all done? Or do you want some more?
Doesn't sound like they do.
I'm glad you're seeing the funny side.
All right. You boys are in.
You what?
Ayabe-san's careful dealing with new people. He's selling police info after all. Gotta make sure his partners can keep a secret.
And these guys?
Working for Ayabe-san.
Just have the work out of their life.
Ayabe knows me, though. Doesn't he?
You're Kaito-san, yeah? The boss told me about you. You're dumber than I thought.
What?
Dumb? Look here, asshole!
Not now, Kaito. As for you, where's Ayabe?
Behind the counter. Come take a look.
What the?
You're looking at the entrance to Lamont, the best kept casino in all of Kamurocho.
Lamont?
French for lover.
Lover.
You know what they say? There's an amazing lover behind every coy bride.
Well, aren't you guys international?
Go down and have fun. Ayabe-san will be here soon. Here, these are on the house.
Kaito. 300 casino chips from the monkey. Alright. So, I'm going to save my video game here. There is a reason I am saving the video game, and you'll find out in a second. So, go on, Kaito. Once again, pressing the wrong button. Once again, as we said before, every single key is unique to every single place. The R1 key is new, therefore, clearly the key must be the triangle key.
Got it.
This is definitely a casino. It's actually quite a nice casino.
Stupid pawn was just a front?
Wow.
Fine by me. Well, want to see what they've got to offer? May as well put those chips to use.
True. So, fun fact. Fun fact. After kind of knock that chair down. Fun fact, there is a trophy here. Play a few rounds. You can either go for poker or you can go for good old blackjack. So, the trophy is for doubling the chips that you have. So if you can double the chips that you have in this section, then you can... There is the cheat items. Then there is obviously a trophy for it, or achievement. 13, huh? We're gonna hit on that.
Hit me.
Fuck. Stand.
I'll stand.
Don't like that. Yep. Yep. Alright, we're gonna try and win. We're gonna try and win. 7. That's a hit.
Hit me.
Ooh. I'm gonna try hitting again because the ace will turn into a 1 if it's bad.
Hit me.
I've made mistakes in my life.
Hit me. I'll stand.
Ooh. Nice.
Right.
Okay. Lovely. Okay, we're back up to our starting value. There we go. We're getting there. Oh, whoops. I just fucked up and bet really low. Whoops. 13, huh? Hit me.
Hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
God damn it. God damn it.
Oh, you got me.
Well, at least I only bet 10 chips. I'm okay with this. So now it's back up to only 100. So it does the whole blackjack of previous games. Stand on this. It does the blackjack of previous games where you can only get like a certain... You get more to bet the more you win in a row. So now I can go up to 300. So we're going to try that right now. 8. Hit.
Hit me.
Hit.
Hit me.
Bollocks. Dude, it had 20 anyway. Damn. Alright. We're still in it. We still got 90 chips. Still got 90 chips. Still do this. That? Man, I can't split. Really? Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this hand? What the fuck? Hello? Like, what is this? Like, fucking, all the aces. Like, what am I supposed to do? I thought it stopped after 5 cards, not bloody 6. If this was poker, this is a decent hand. Hit me.
Hit me.
Fuck you.
Oh, you got me.
He bloody blackjacked anyway. This game is rigged. I was destined to lose the entire time. That's why I made a safety save, because I can do that trophy in my own time. All it requires you is to win 2 games of blackjack in a row, one with 100 chips, and then you can do a 200 chip, so that you don't accidentally, you know, lose all your chips like a certain idiot.
I take it you're Yagami-san. Or would Yagami-sensei be more appropriate?
Just Jim, thanks.
Whatever works for you.
Sorry about that whole test thing. Name's Ayabe. Kamurocho Organized Crime Division.
So Ayabe here is our dirty cop. Don't go to Vegas, I know my limits.
Pleasure.
So,
I'm actually a good poker player. I'm surprised they didn't go and play
pretty
poker.
swanky, huh?
Why? You the owner or
I
something?
used to
Not quite.
I used to actually
I
do
my part to keep it hidden,
poker for
Cut a deal
online
with the dojo,
poker
too.
tournaments
Barely
when
pay
they
a
used
lick
to
of
do a lot
protection money
more
now.
free weekends.
I guess
but
I do practically run the
obviously,
place.
with the advent rising of
never
people
invited
realizing
me?
that the internet is a good
I've
place to do
heard.
poker and stuff, they've stopped doing
I
that,
can't give
which
you
is a
the
shame.
VIP treatment when all you buy is the
I
dirt
made
off
a
my
I made a
shoes.
decent little name for myself.
All
I
right,
made a
let's cut to
decent
the
little bit of
chase,
money.
shall we?
I never
You know
won a
those
tournament
Curie
outright, but I
murder
came in
cases?
the top 5 a couple of
They're
times.
all
I managed to
managed
make like
by my boss.
300 quid.
Guy named Kuroiwa.
It's not too bad.
He's the one who brought your captain in.
I'm happy with it.
But thanks to you, Hamura walked, and now Kuroiwa's got egg on his face.
For something that didn't cost
good.
me anything, that was
Let me
pretty
tell
impressive.
I'm a fan of your work.
I like you,
So
Ayabe.
here, the first one's on the house.
Guess we got Kuroiwa to thank for this.
Now, I pulled together reports on all the cases so far. 3 in total, including the trial the other day.
Yeah, poker you can at least say, you know, I ain't going
You're
here.
on the hook if this shit gets out.
Oh,
But
pretty
blackjack
scary.
is fast.
And what happens if it does?
You're
Hey,
dead.
Rosetta, have a good sleep.
Figured
It's
as
almost
much.
time for me to go sleep soon, considering I haven't slept much.
Protect that with your life, huh?
Will do.
That's Kamurocho for you. Shades all hell, but you can get anything you want.
Can you tell me more about this Kuroiwa guy?
He's the darling of the Camaro police station. Strong, popular, and always gets his mark. They've got him fast-tracked for promotion.
Uh-huh.
And you don't like him, why?
Guy's too damn perfect. Think it's any fun working with a perfectionist?
No.
Not to mention, he's a handsome devil.
Envy's what makes a man ugly, friend. Especially coming from a dirty cop.
I don't know. I think it's kind of refreshing.
Glad you see it my way, Yagami-san. Here, look at this asshole.
Yeah, handsome.
Matt Mercer, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen.
He knows who you are, by the way. After all, you're the guy who got Hamura acquitted.
Fair enough.
Anyway, don't open that here, okay?
I'll keep it shut tight till I'm back in my office. That work?
I'm usually hanging around Tender. Swing by there if you need anything else.
Ah, Tender? Never heard of it.
Got it.
Glad that's over with. I'm gonna play a few hands while I'm here. You staying, or...?
I'll think about it.
Righto. See you around.
Hey, J-Bat. Yeah, Doggo's doing a bit better tonight, but not great. Not great, to put it bluntly. Before I go back to the Yagami Detective Agency, I'm actually going to go to my own Yagami Detective Agency. I need to go use the toilet. I'll be right back. Oh, dear, oh dear. Sorry about that. Stress leading to a weak stomach constitution. Alright, let's get going, shall we? After having lost all my money, bye, Kaito. Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Horse inspection duties very important. Yes, they are. And I have inspected and found that I need to bleach my toilet tonight. I must have forgotten to do it over the weekend. I usually like doing it like once a week, just to make sure, you know, everything's in good upkeep, etc. Is that fight spawn right? It is. These two right here. Hello. I know you're a fight spawn. I was gonna say. I wanted to run up the wall, but I guess that'll do. I wanted to get some SP for Tiger Drop, but I don't think I'm getting Tiger Drop anytime soon. Oh. Okay. Okay. Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
Stand still and fight me like a man!
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Mysterious assailants, all with baseball bats. Wish I had my EX. Right, we're gonna have to try it. That's bad timing on my part. I'm not used to Tiger Drop timing in Judgment. Especially from a guy that has a baseball bat. Maybe this isn't the right fight to try this in. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Don't backseat me and tell me to heal. Don't do that. I don't like that round here. You know that. Don't do that.
What was that about? Were they going after this?
I like that that's just glued in Yagami's hand. It's like, I shouldn't put the webcam on because the cutscene up here, but literally, like, he's just like, I can't get this thing off my hand. He was fighting with that thing in his hand the entire time. Did you not notice? Randomly comes out of bloody nowhere, and he's just like, oh shit. We'll go eat at Cafe Alps in a second. It was a lot of damage. The trouble is they do a lot of damage to me. It's tit for tat. I do damage, they do damage.
Glad one of us is earning this pay. How are those docs from Ayabe looking?
Not bad. How things go at the casino?
I want $1 million or so.
$1 million?
I'd have kept going, but that seemed like a good round number.
Oh, good. Guess I don't need to pay you this month.
Hey, I ain't a charity. Anyway.
Well done.
Not yet.
Well done.
Cops only got as
That's
far as
actually
arresting
kind of
Hummer.
good. Well done.
Well, according to this,
all right.
That was the only lead they had.
All right,
They're as
I'll
stumped as
give
we
you
are.
that one.
Huh. No wonder Ayabe was practically giving that shit away.
There is something in here about the second murder, though. Apparently, they had been tracking the victim, Kunimura, right up until his death.
He's the most second victim. He's gouged out, just like Kume's.
I take it that's Kunimura?
Yeah. 2 hours before his death, he was seen leaving a brothel called Konban Wife. Kind of place where the girls pretend they're married. Sounds like he was there for a Kanai-chan.
At least the guy had some fun before he went out. Hell, that's how I want to go.
I'm gonna go talk to this Kanai-chan. See if she knows anything about Kunimura. With any luck, I might even get a lead on the mole.
Come on, man. Leave the sexy shit to me. You're too young to handle a married woman anyway.
Well, you're lucky because Rosetta's asleep, but honestly, that was a
You're
good one.
Seriously
I
not letting me take point on this one? What if I tell Mafuyu-chan?
Go ahead. No skin off my back.
Sorry. Love you, Kaito, but sorry, Kaito. Alright. Gather intel at Konban Wife. God damn it, I keep doing this every time. And so I'll actually get to prove to y'all what happens if you choose the different options this time around. So we're not speedrunning, so I can actually pick the more expensive options, which will help us out, actually. But first, Mocha, Earl Grey. I'm sweet enough. Give me chocolate and strawberry parfait. And some sandwiches. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. This is a 10% off coupon as well. All that HP back. Wonderful. Because we're going to need that. We are going to need that. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. 20 skill points as well for every single food item. Appreciated. So, as you know, because it's the Dragon Engine, we can get fight spawns down Showa Street here. I just saw one running away from me. What up, lads? Let's fight. Fuck you, I guess. Konban Wife. Last place Kunimura was seen alive. I don't know why I turned the webcam off. There's only this cutscene here. Actually, there's a big cutscene. It's
Welcome, sir. Any requests tonight?
Huh? Oh.
Yuna-chan, Marin-chan, and Kanai-chan are all free tonight. Here's their pictures. It's 1,000 extra to make specific requests.
I like how they just literally random
I
NPCs
see.
from off the street.
Is this your first time here, sir?
Literally random
Why don't we
NPCs
start
that you
by
will
picking
walk
your
into
duration?
on the street.
Duration?
And any options you'd like.
Options?
Right. Let's
Afro,
start at the top,
10,000
For
yen.
durations, we have
Afro.
35 minutes for 9,000 yen,
What?
50 minutes for 13,000 yen, or 65 minutes for 17,000 yen.
We're gonna go for the expensive one.
Let's do 65 minutes.
Christ, there goes my money.
Oh, that's quite an honor, sir. Your sincere enthusiasm warms my heart. Honest. You know what? You can have any girl you want. No request charge.
Wow, really?
And here, this is a little bonus.
So every time, depending on what you spend, we spent that and got us down on our necks. It's not exactly the best.
The service here isn't
It's not exactly the best healing item you can
have a
get for
specific girl in mind?
17,000 yen.
At the moment, we have
But it
Yuna-chan,
works.
Marin-chan, and Kanai-chan.
Kanai-chan.
I'll go with Kanai-chan.
A fine choice, sir.
Is that the right name?
Something wrong, sir? You wanted Kanai-chan, yes?
That's the right name. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
I don't know what
Kanai-chan
happens
it
if you
is.
pick the wrong one, actually.
Great. Next, you can pick any options you'd like to add. There's
Afro,
quite a few.
please.
You can discuss those directly with the girl.
What kind of options are we
Afro,
talking?
please.
Oh, all kinds. Although not
I'm
every
curious
girl
as
is open
shit.
to everything, you know. All you need to know about Kanai-chan is she doesn't do blindfolds.
Blindfolds?
Yes, sir. She had a bad experience with them when she was younger.
Okay, but explain
Sorry to hear
Afros.
that. Guess there have been all those murders lately, too.
And why is it
Yes,
10,000
well,
yen?
You came here to forget all of that, yes? Anyway, let me show you to your room.
This is a
Right this
kinky
way, sir.
place. What the fuck is Afro doing on the list? Like, that's the kind of place we're in. What the fuck is Afro for 10,000 yen? I don't understand.
Come in.
Here's our wonderful Kanai-chan, by the way. Good shoes. Ah, shit.
Hamura.
Pretty expensive tastes. Sort of out of your price range, huh?
Yeah, it was a bit of an expensive
Why are
stamina
you even
X.
here? What's going on?
Maybe I should be asking you the same question, yeah? Not that I need to. Why are you still looking into the Curie murders, Tak? Keep your eyes to yourself, lest you want to lose them. Are we clear?
You don't get to decide what I do.
Don't go digging up dirt. Shintani went through a lot of work making those charges go away. You want to keep playing detective, you ought to work out more.
Well, I got jumped earlier by 4 assholes wearing ski masks.
Yeah? And why should I care?
Well, I think maybe you had something to do with it. I'm pretty sure that's the 4 of them right there.
I think you must have my boys confused. Right, Kengo?
Yeah.
No one likes a fucking liar!
Oh!
Go share rivals Kaitos. You're not wrong.
Quit, packed her bags and went back home. So stop looking for her.
Why?
I'm gonna let you off with a yellow card this time. But only because the boss likes you so much.
Damn, Kanai is into some kinky shit. Not a fan of the physical beat up, but you know. I didn't see that as an option on the board.
You got a sec?
Was that Afro?
Sure. You okay? You don't sound too good.
I could use a hand with the family captain. I'd really appreciate it if you could get him
Just
off my
hear that
case.
on the phone. Oh shit, not
see.
again.
Well, I'm just killing time at the office right now. Why don't you come on by? We'll talk.
Sounds good.
Dad, Hammer punched me again. He took my toys. We won't talk about it. I forgot to sound the safe word. The safe word is stop punching me, Hammerer, please. Please, I'm begging you, it fucking hurts. Hammerer, no, not the kick. It's a long safe word. It's a very, very long safe word. Maybe a bit too long. Just grabbing my stuff for later Drone League stuff. Fortunately for the friendship stuff, the Drone League isn't actually a part of any of your friendship stuff, so you don't have to worry about that too much in regards to doing all side cases. Drone League stuff is just, you know, a big thing in and of itself. I love the way that, like, the second you walk in the door, the guy that's sitting down actually looks up at you, and just everyone in here, they don't like us. I love that they follow you as well with their gaze. Like, hi. Like, it's one of those things that's just, you know, they don't like Yagami, and it's one of those, like, really cool things to, like, make this place, like, really, really foreboding. Like, I like it a lot. I actually like that little, it's just little details like that. Just very, very small, minute details that are actually really
take a
cool.
seat.
Like, that's the stuff that builds up. Like,
Forgive me if this is rude, but I'll cut right to the chase, my boy.
what was Afro? We'll never
I don't
find
know
out.
what's going on between you and Hamura, but there's nothing I can do to help.
We don't know what Afro is, no.
What do you mean? You're not even gonna hear my side of the story?
I assume it's clown cosplay and it's actually Bob.
You'd just be wasting your time. Hamura's been bankrolling
Someone comes out
the
dressed up like
family
Bob
for a while
Utsunomiya.
now. I get by on the scraps he leaves me. I'm just a figurehead.
But
the clan will do the things I ask of them, yes. But if they had to choose between my orders and Hamura's, who knows? Maybe they would choose not to hear me.
We don't know if until you try.
How long has it been like this?
Years. The prime of my career was... well, it ended back when I was raising you.
Matsugane-san.
If only Kaito was still in the family, maybe things wouldn't have turned out like this.
We're not done here.
Actually, we are.
Dad?
I have a message from Captain Hamura, Yagami-san.
Oh, good.
He says to go see him right away.
Oh, good.
He's waiting for you at Cafe Alps. He wants to talk.
Bullshit. Hammer and talking?
I'll head over when I feel like
Yeah, I don't think so.
Don't piss him off, Yagami-san.
Too late.
Unless you want to lose your eyes, too.
Ooh. Wow. Hammer's apparently waiting for me at Cafe Alps. Guess it wouldn't be bad. Guess it would be bad if I didn't show. Trust me, it's gonna be bad if you do show. That's the problem. Like, I don't have much of a choice here. So I didn't point this out earlier when the friendship event and stuff started. As you can see on the map, there's a whole bunch of different friendship events that have all turned up on the map. At this point, excuse me. A lot of them in places like eateries, like Kyushu, up here at Kanrai, Popo. You've obviously seen the Popo ones before. This is like the majority of your early friendship events. Dr. Moroboshi down in the sewer, so we'll have to go see him at some point. The Kushimaru, the Popo, Smarburger, the garden place. So a lot of them are the eateries to begin with. So that's going to be like why we're going to be going around a whole bunch of different places to eat different things. There is one that you can do beginning here already at Lullaby Mahjong. Once you have like played a game of Mahjong, there will be a person that turns up as a friend event. They will lead us over to... I'm stupid. Yep. Here. No, not here. Stupid. Here. This right here is not a thing on the map just yet, even though it's coloured in. This is Wari Mahjong. So it's a different version of Mahjong. We will get to it eventually, trust me. But basically you have to start playing this Mahjong first, then you unlock the Mahjong over here. No more heroes has ruined me with its sprinting. Hey, Cafe Alps. There's no good like taxi for Cafe Alps these days anymore. Like, we've lost the Nakamichi entrance taxi, which I wish we had. And also, like, Judgment's taxi list is really weird. I get why there isn't one, but usually you have a taxi at the hotel district at the very top of the map. It's just not there anymore. So if you want to go to the top of the map, your choices are either like East Chichifuku, West Chichifuku, or Theatre Avenue, and they're really far away. It is one of those things that I actually do have a problem with this game, in that there just isn't a good taxi spot for the top of the map, which is a shame. When I did my casual playthrough, I locked out and got the hard table win early, but when I was practicing, and this is the problem, is because when all sub-stories is going to require me to do all the friendship event stuff there, the specific one of going out with, I can't remember if it's open reachy, but going out with a very specific hand, that is really hard to do at Rim Mahjong, because one of them requires you to be the dealer as well. It's stupid, and Mahjong is random enough anyway, and then you have the randomness of Rim Mahjong's rule set on top of that. I'm not a fan, and I love Mahjong, and I really do.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a seat wherever you'd like.
I will take the seat specifically where the video game wants me to. Was I supposed to be here already? This seat, right here. And he just walks out the back like that. What the fuck?
I didn't think you'd try to pull that. Running off and telling an adult.
Dad.
Like a fucking child.
Oh, I just thought that the guy who actually runs the show would want to be able to keep tabs on his captain.
He doesn't need to. So you keep your goddamn nose out of this shit. Understand? Or do I need to spell it out?
Hamura is such a good villain.
Yeah.
Such a good villain.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. So, I guess we're done here.
We're not done until I say so.
Oh shit, we're at a rave? Hell yeah. Usually when someone waves their lighter in a rave, everybody else does the same, you know. Chapter 2, Sanada-chan. Only chapter 2. Ow. He punched the battery out of my controller
Words
again.
don't really work on you, do they, Talk? Well, I guess you always have been a fighter. None of us thought you'd last a day in law school.
Wow,
you
thanks
sure
for the vote of
showed
confidence.
us. Went to night classes, passed the bar. You say you're done, but a guy with balls like you doesn't give up. You fought for your lawyer's badge, but trash with a badge is still trash. And it's about time to take you out. Ozaki.
God damn. Afro, any fetish readily obliged. Oh, that makes sense. I don't think this is Yagami's fetish though. That's a nice pick. Yo, hey, no.
You should savor your last sight.
Not of your face.
Just kidding.
Hey, man. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Your ass ready to die? Huh? Enough of this. You're dead!
This is
PS5. There is no PC version of Judgment.
You already went. Huh? It's only fair I take my turn.
Hell yeah. Alright, time for a long fight. This is a 2-part fight, baby. In the 80% easy, we have a very, very quick method of dealing with Kengo here. I ain't gonna fly on Legend. Plus, I don't have anywhere near the EX that I need. So I'm gonna start usually the same. Kick him over, do an EX, and now I'm gonna try and get him with a Tiger Drop. Let's see what happens. That's a bit early on my part. That's not. That is probably the way to go, honestly. I knew he was going to guard that. I'm just going to keep swinging my trash can. This is my waifu. Have you met her? Has beautiful blue eyes, yes. And here we go. Ozaki with friends. The reason why I don't like using the trash can is it doesn't build up my EX, but yeah, about that. Now here's the thing with, oh god, I forgot I had a hit left. The thing with your leapfrog is that some enemies, especially bosses, will actually stop you from using it in midair. Hello? I know I can run up that. Video game. Like that. I'm gonna move away from him. Hi. Ow. Get my ass kicked. I need to save my EX for round 2 of this fight. Yes, I was trying to Tiger Drop. Ow! I have to heal this time. I'm taking too many dumb hits from behind. This is the tiredness kicking in. So thankfully I have a bit of EX now, so I can survive what Ozaki's about to dish out to me. What I am going to do is I'm going to go put on a shortcut for those bloody bentos, and probably one for the medical kit in case I get hit with a mortal attack. Oh, you fucker! Sorry, how much damage? How much damage? Oh, right. We go back to our last hard save, which was, start of the chapter. Oh, there's an autosave. Oh, there's an autosave. There's an autosave. Jesus. Yeah, wasn't expecting that much damage from that attack. I expected it to break most of my HP. I wasn't expecting it to do, you know, that much. Oh yeah, let's do it better this time. Kengo, I'm still gonna kick you. I still want a tiger drop, okay. See, that's the only problem I have about the modern Yakuza games, is the autosave kind of, you know, it cheapens the legend because, you know, you just basically load up the autosave if you die. Like, there's no real, you know. Ah, that early. Tiger drop's the good shit. Yeah, like, thank God for autosaves, but at the same time, I feel like it cheapens out what Legend originally was like when, you know, we didn't have autosaves and stuff. Now, I know in these trash bags at the back, there is actually nunchucks. Which, as you can see, are actually pretty decent. There's a lot of weapons in this game that aren't actually that great, but the nunchucks are. Unfortunately, as you saw there, I just lost the majority of the hits on it. Attack that. Hello, Yagami. Thank you. Let's not get hit by the EX this time. Yeah, his soundtrack is fantastic. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Pantu. I agree. I actually do agree. Like... Yep, that's what I was worried about. It's a lot harder to Tiger Drop in second phase because he loves doing drop kicks and stuff. Where are you? Ah, God. I'm trying to get the Tiger Drop when I shouldn't be. Come here. I should not be trying to get the Tiger Drop right now. He's got a type armor. Jesus. That was lucky. That was lucky. That should have killed me. Kango, why have you got a gun?
Steady now, Kango. Aim for the heart.
Yes, sir!
You ain't gonna hit shit.
You better do it yourself.
Wait, how about the eyes? One bullet in each. Man the fuck up, Kengo!
Who the hell?
No way.
Some guy stole our phone.
We gotta go. This way.
See, should probably take this opportunity. Alright, so. This is technically a chase section, but it's one of those reverse chase segments where we're being chased, but there's no real indicator for it. Unfortunately, I moved too far to the right there, so I had to do one extra QTE. Once again, if you're standing on certain sides, you can avoid them. If you can get in between these two, you can avoid both QTEs there. Nice. This is on the right-hand side. Fortunately, it's too close for that one, so you have to do that second one, but we skipped one there. Triangle always for jumping over people. Left to avoid the first one, you can't avoid the second one, so you have to do it. As always. I do like that our running led us straight to the Matsugani family office. Not the best of ways to go. Because we're not actually, we're just following the masked man here. We're not actually chasing him. We're technically being chased. What is that, Rosetta? Is that something... That's something bad? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was more than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more information on scummy D&D streamers. Fucking hell. This bit is so cool. Like, I feel like this is a flash. This is like a intentional reference to Back to the Future, which is cool. Seems perfect for anybody else getting on now, Jay. I can see that, honestly. And you know what? I'm okay with it. Very, very okay with it. So, fun fact in regards to the skateboarding. This next bit, you can actually stay on your skateboard for longer if you do it properly. Not enough. Look at how cool that is. Just look at how cool. So, provided you dodge all the QTEs here, you'll actually stay on the board until the very end of this road. Unfortunately, you can't avoid this one. The game literally makes you fall off here. But that can actually save you like 30 seconds of the speedrun. Because skateboarding in this bit is much faster than obviously running the entire way.
You don't give up, do you? You finally give up? Not yet. Whoa, almost, man.
Couldn't remember if it was left or right. Now I have to do all of them apart from the last one. Shame. Shame.
Out with it. Just who are you?
I'd appreciate it. Thank you first.
So not hard speedrun creator, but Yakuza games, yes, in quite a few ways actually. The Mortal Wound system is obviously one thing, but Judgment is probably the one Yakuza run where we intentionally seek out HP upgrades. Like, we at least do one HP level up because the game just gets real fucking hard towards the end.
I had the greatest idea.
Okay, go on.
Well, I guess the first step was taking your phone. I knew you'd end up following me after that. Then, seeing you and me running in the same direction, the cop would think you were my buddy. And while he took his sweet time arresting you, I was gonna escape. I have to say, never thought you'd actually get away from him too, though. Guess all's well that ends well, yeah?
And just now? Why'd you come save me?
Good question. Why did I do it? Beats me.
Interesting stuff.
Let's just say I wanted to apologize for stealing your phone. Lucky break, huh? You'd have got your brains blown out if it wasn't for me.
You're telling me. Guess I owe you.
In which case, we're even now.
Hey. Why are you so dead set on this burglary ring? There's gotta be something better.
What?
If you're looking for work, maybe you could join us instead.
And have the Yakuza out for my head? Fat chance.
Those guys from before were Matsugane family. But, the Kyorei's also looking for me.
You sure know how to sell it. But I don't think we can trust each other just yet. Yagami-san?
What'd you say? How do you know my name?
I mean, you're a private detective. Most people should probably know you if they're interested in a certain line of work, you know. Like, shouldn't be that surprising. Like, most people should recognize who you are. Cool. And that's chapter 2.
Matsugane family captain Kyohei Hamura is connected to the mole. Confirming his suspicions. Yagami's progress.
Also, if it wasn't obvious, it was those 4 who jumped at the office, including
The entire
Kengo.
city is under Hamura's surveillance, and it went deeper than he knew.
It's basically symbolism for him
Alone
leaving
and out of
the actual
Yagami
criminal
receives
gang.
a little support. But
Which obviously, if you played
the
this
night
game,
is
you'll
still
know
young.
is we're obviously going to be investigating him here. But it's basically just symbolism for, you know, I don't need this mask. Even though he technically does still have the mask. Just go with it. just go with it, alright? Just trust me. Trust me. It'll make sense. I promise. I don't know why we're leaving it there. It's important evidence.
And don't show your face.
Damn, he's
again
just
if you
right there.
got him. Search the whole fucking city if you have to. What, the kid in the mask? Find him too, dumbass! Ah!
Jesus, that sounded like that, Brooke.
Come on, Kaito-san. Pick up, pick up. You've gotta hide. Where is he?
Like, he's gotta hide, but despite the fact that, you know, Kai-san better not be back in the office, that's the first place they'll look. Exactly, so we're gonna go back to the office, which is the best plan that we ever had, and we're gonna do that next time. As I said, I've obviously been having a stressful few days, and I've only had 2 hours of sleep, so I do apologize that this is gonna be a short stream. I believe the story was 2018. Because usually when the Yakuza game comes out, when the Yakuza games come out, that's the period they're set in, other than, you know, the Edo Samurai period pieces, which are, you know, backwards that direction. A couple of 100 years. But yeah, it is midnight my time. I have had very little sleep after having to deal with real life stuff over the past 2 days, so I'm going to leave it at just 1 chapter today. I know it's a bit short and I do apologize for that. So next time we will do hopefully 2 or 3 chapters to make up for it. It will not be tomorrow. I am not streaming tomorrow, because I am going to be not streaming in support of marginalized streamers, because of obviously all the Twitch raid bots that have been happening lately. I got hit by one a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to not stream tomorrow to show my solidarity towards obviously marginalized creators. We'll be back on the 2nd. It will probably be with a Yakuza run of some kind. For some reason, I keep wanting to do Kenzan, so it will probably be a Kenzan speedrun again. Because Kenzan is a fun speedrun. Kenzan is a very fun speedrun. It's a good speedrun. And speaking of Kenzan and its speedrun, I'm going to send you over to a Kenzan speedrun right now. Currently, Tapioca, a current fellow Yakuza speedrunner, is currently doing a speedrun of Yakuza Kenzan and is a minute ahead in chapter 10 of 12. So, thank you all very, very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you all very, very much for your support over the past couple of days. You have no idea how much it's meant to me with all the stress that's been going on in my life the past few days, with potentially this being my doggo's last week. Your support has been insane. So, thank you all very much. And hopefully I will see you again, not tomorrow, but the day after, which is Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Bye-bye.